Hi everyone, I'm Susanna from Your Serenity of the Mind and Body. And I wanted to welcome all of you and thank you for tuning in tonight. I am doing a live broadcast every Monday, and you are welcome to check in with me, ask me questions if you'd like. And I'm going to just tell you some of my experiences with rest and Reiki, and also talk to you just a little bit about life coaching and how I can maybe help you. And you can be the judge of whether that's something that you'd like to do, or if it's something that you would like to share with your friends and family. Today I'm going to talk about the stress that I went through this weekend. So my daughter got married, and it was a wonderful occasion. It was a beautiful wedding. But as with any wedding, there's always stress. And so the beginning of the weekend started with the stress of my cat running away before we left home. And so normally I would have been in tears and crying and just really angry and yelling and just really frustrated. But this time I really pretty much held it together. I mean, I was mad at my cat that he ran off, or at least it looked like he had run off by the tracker, but it really did not affect me the way it has in the past, which is really a great thing. So that was one stressor that happened. Another stressor that happened was the weather was going to turn bad, and it sounded like there was going to be lots of lightning and thunder and pouring really heavy downpours of rain and possibly high winds, and we just weren't really sure what the weather was going to be like traveling to the destination. And so there was some stress around that. I was at the point where I was thinking we might not be able to leave until the day of the wedding. And I was disappointed about that because two of my other children had traveled to the area from out of state, and I was really looking forward to seeing them. So that was a big stressor. Also, a really big stress for me was that I was going to see my ex-husband, who I am right now in a legal battle with. And so I was really having a difficult time coming up to this date, knowing that I was going to be seeing him, and was having a lot of feelings around that. And so that was another stressor. And then, of course, my daughter, who was getting married, I knew that she was going to feel probably stressed. And it's sometimes when somebody else is feeling stressed, it's hard not to say the wrong thing or do the wrong thing. And so I was really, feeling like I wanted to be careful not to cause her more stress. And so I had that going on in my mind. And then lastly, I had been asked to make the desserts for the wedding. And so I had made 4 decadent cheesecakes for the wedding. And so I was a lot nervous that they wouldn't turn out, or that they wouldn't taste good, or that, something would go wrong with those. So I had a lot of stress going into this weekend. And so before the weekend, I did a rest session with another therapist, another coach, and that really, really helped me. I did the rest session around my ex-husband and how I was feeling about that situation. And so I really felt like that really helped me to be more calm and more in control. And so when these other stresses hit, instead of getting really, it really made me feel good that I was able to kind of control what was happening. The old me would have really lost it this weekend. Things didn't go as planned. Little things happened, like when we got to the venue. It was fine. I mean, the weather was tough on the way up. We did have to stop at least once to let some of the heavier rain go through. But that was, my fiance's job to take care of the driving. But, I know he was stressed, and then I was stressed because of that. And then when we got up there, of course, my ex-husband was there, and my kids were there, and I really wanted to just spend time with my kids. But I did okay. I greeted all my kids and had a great time with them and enjoyed them. And so that went well. The first day went, pretty well. The second day, which was the day that we had the wedding, more stress, of course. So I was helping my daughter do the flowers, and it took us more time to do that than I think anybody thought it was going to take. And it was getting closer and closer to when we needed to be dressed and be ready for the wedding, and things needed to be ironed and stuff. So so we ran back from the venue back to the place we were staying to get ready, and I quickly ironed, the clothes and got ready. And as we were stepping out, I tripped on my scarf, my shawl, and went down and hurt myself. And so put almost a little hole in my dress. And so instead of falling apart and like I think I would have in the past, I cried just a little bit because it hurt. But then I got up and I'm like, well, that's the way it goes. And off we went. I had another pair of shoes, and so I grabbed those and decided to take those with, because I started to think, well, the shoes I'm wearing might not be good because we're going to be outside and I have heels on, and that just might not be good for walking. And I was right. So, I feel like I'm handling things so much better, and that is so important, how we handle stress. And we don't have to go off every time we're stressed out and upset. And so for me, that is a new way of living. I used to be so much more emotional and triggered about things, and I'm just not anymore. I feel like I'm so much more in control, and I am able to handle the stress without losing it, I guess. And that made the weekend, I think, better, not just for me, but for everyone around me. If the mother of the bride is losing it, then, other people are going to lose it too. And and there were other things that, went wrong. But, by being able to handle that stress and to cope with it, that just made life so much better. I don't know how you feel about stress. I don't know how you deal with your stress. But if you are managing it by having it all wrapped up inside of you, or are yelling and screaming at people, I think there's a better way. And rest has helped me so much. I would love to be able to share that with you. And so I have made an offer that during this month, I have taken 10% off of my prices. So if you want to know what that is, you can contact me. And on top of that, I'm working with Luna and Grace. She has wonderful jewelry. I'm wearing some of it tonight. But she has some wonderful, beautiful jewelry. She wraps these beautiful stones. And you can get a gift coupon from me, depending on what package you choose. you can earn a gift coupon from me to purchase her jewelry on top of the discount. So you really do save a lot of money, and you get some nice gifts in the meantime. My biggest gift to you, though, is the gift of stress relief. And I really feel like if you haven't tried rest, you're missing out. Every person I've ever met has stress in their life and has had something that's happened that causes them to have stress and to have those kind of emotions they have to deal with. So it can't hurt you, but it can certainly help you. I'm also doing life coaching, and one of the things I love about life coaching is that I can help people with their stress and the emotions that may be coming up during life coaching with rest. So that's something that other life coaches aren't able to do, and it's a great benefit for you. So I have done a lot of talking this month about rest, and I would like to hear what you have to say. What have you learned about what I have said about rest? Some of you who are just seeing this for the first time, I am going to be repeating the old videos because we had problems loading those up on my sites. So I'm going to be repeating those, and we'll be replaying those. So you will get a chance to hear that information if you haven't had a chance to see it yet. Otherwise, you can become a member of the Luna and Grace website, her Facebook page as well. And you can watch the videos there, but I will be reposting those on mine after I retape them. So thank you for watching today, and I will be continuing to do the broadcasts at least through August and September, and so look for me on Monday nights. Thanks, and have a great week.